And a good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV for round number 7 of the Late Model Racing Tasmania Racer Industries Pro Late Models here tonight at the longest dirt track on the iRacing.com service, USA International Speedway, 3/4 of a mile in distance. It's got the long straightaways, it's got those sweeping turns, and we have a 40-lap main event set to do battle later on tonight. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler with you for the call. We are a little over a minute left in the qualifying session. Now, I do believe we might be advancing that qualifying session. Just waiting on race control to see if they are going to advance or whether we do wait for those final 60 seconds. Looks like they are going to advance it. So we'll have 4 heat races here on the program for tonight. 8 cars in those respected heat races. Top 4 to the main, top 2 to the dash. And then we will, of course, have our C main, a B main. And then our 40-lap A main event. Heat ranks number 1 looking like this. On the pole position, the event that goes quick time tonight, the 029 entry of Lyle Fisher from pole position. On his outside in car number 27, it is Riley Stewart from position number 2. Going to the second row from position number 3, the 24 car, or the 10 car, I should say, of Shannon Jordan lines up at a position number 3. On his outside, the 18 entry of Cohen O'Toole lines up at a position number 4. Your 5th starter in car number 2, last start feature winner Riley Hutchison rolls off from position number 5 to the outside. The 56 entry of Cooper Croker from position number 6. And your 4th and final row, Neville Olf in the 21 car lines up at a position number 7. And the 92 car of Cody Gay will start from position number 8. Hopefully we are ready for a start here in what is heat race number 1. For the Late Model Racing Tasmania Racer Industries Pro Late Model Series. Lyle Fisher may have just shocked this entire field with quick time here tonight at USA. 3/4 of a mile, 10 laps in distance. We're set for a start. Heat race number 1. We are green in round number 7 of the Late Model Racing Tasmania Racer Industries Pro Late Model Series. Fisher gets away from the rest of the field. Meanwhile, Riley Stewart got some company with the 10 car of Shannon Jordan. They'll work it side by side. Down the back straightaway, Riley Hutchison trying to come after Cohen O'Toole in the 18 car. Will go 3 wide for the final transfer position. Riley Hutchison has to give up that position right there as Shannon Jordan and Cohen O'Toole both go side by side halfway down the front straightaway. But Shannon Jordan who gets clear of the 18 car of Cohen O'Toole. Lap 1 is in the books. We're about to complete lap number 2. Lyle Fisher, quick time man here this evening. Boy, I tell you what, that 029 car is looking the good so far. Looking like he's going to set himself up for an opportunity to become a 3rd different feature winner this season. So far, our only 2 feature wins, 5 of them going to Harry Stewart, 1 going to Riley Hutchison. So that's the first 6 weeks so far of competition, and albeit Harry Stewart opted to go for a challenge last week and come from the tail end of the field at Eldora, and even then still finished in the runner-up position. Meanwhile, race leader Lyle Fisher starting to come to the pressure of Riley Stewart. Stewart close in, but you're watching the battle on screen of Riley Hutchison in the 2 car and the 18 of Cohen O'Toole. Hutchison dies down into turn number 3. He'll take over position number 4. Meanwhile, you've got a challenge coming up for the race lead here as here comes Riley Stewart down to the inside, catching that left front. Catches the grass and just gives a little bit of breathing room back to Lyle Fisher. Meanwhile, we go back to battle for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th on screen from left to right. It goes Shannon Jordan, Cohen O'Toole, Riley Hutchison, and Cooper Croker. Cody Gay, unfortunately, back in the pit area a couple of laps ago, so only getting less than a handful of laps. Hutchison slides up in front of Croker. Croker all over the rear bumper of that 2 car just to the very right of your screen. But you watch Cohen O'Toole, Shannon Jordan. I'll go nose to tail down the back straight away. Now again coming after your race leader is Riley Stewart. In the middle of 3 and 4, he cut it down to 2/10 of a second, so Stewart got some speed. I tell you what, Lyle Fisher still looking the goods here in heat race number 1. Again, Hutchison trying to run down the 18 car of Cohen O'Toole. O'Toole's got the 4th and final transfer position. Can Hutchison? Well, I tell you what, O'Toole is making it really hard for Riley Hutchison in the 2 car. And this could mean big things when it comes to the championship. If Riley Hutchison is not to transfer into the main event directly, he'll have to come from the B main, which if he finishes 5th in this one, he'll start on pole of the B main. Tip of the green, 2 to run for your race leader, Lyle Fisher. Here comes Riley Stewart. Stewart goes through the middle of the speedway, just entering the marbles in the middle of the raceway into turn number 1. And now going to come after Lyle Fisher for the race lead. They'll come to the white flag. 1 lap left to run here off turn number 4. Lyle Fisher's got the advantage. He's got the momentum. There's nothing in it. There's half a car length separating him. Stewart goes a little higher, trying to maybe force a mistake out of the 029 car of Lyle Fisher. Half a lap to go. 2 left-hand turns into 3 and 4 for Lyle Fisher. He's got that car nice and straight off turn number 4. Checkered flag is out. Stewart to the inside. Not going to have enough. Lyle Fisher gets the job done in heat number 1. Fisher will take out the opening heat race of the night. Stewart home in 2nd, Jordan 3rd. O'Toole will grab that 4th and final transfer position by 1/thousandth of a second. Let's take a look at heat race number 1 results. There it is. Fisher, Stewart to the dash. Jordan and O'Toole to the A main. Hutchison, Croker, Olfen, Gay headed to your B and C main. Heat race number 2 lining up like this on the pole position in car number 11. That will be a 5-time feature winner this season of Harry Stewart. On his outside in car number 19, Mark Scott lines up at a position number 2. Position number 3 in car number 32, that'll be Kyle Fisher. On his outside in car number 26, Sean Stevens from position number 4. Haydo Bish rolls off at a position number 6 in car number 80. We'll start off position number 5 in car number 86, I should say. The 74 entry of Jason Burke lines up at a position number 6. Position number 7 with the 36 car of Aidan Gardner. And from position number 8 in car number 84, that is Kurt Tyler. So our second of 4 heat races full of 8 cars, so a total of 32 drivers in attendance for what is round number 7 of the Late Model Racing Tasmania Racer Industries Pro Late Model Series. Will come to the green this time by Harry Stewart. Mark Scott will lead us to the green flag. In fact, it'll be all on Harry Stewart in car number 11. Thank you, Balake. And we are racing off turn number 4. And Harry Stewart says, catch me if you can. Kyle Fisher down to the inside of Mark Scott, down into turn number 1, but Scott will come back around the outside. Now Scott going to come after Harry Stewart down the back straightaway. Stewart trying to keep that car glued to the bottom of the raceway through turn number 3 and 4 with the Devil Race Parts. Number 19 car of Mark Scott. Showed some good speed in qualifying. 6 quick. 6 quick for Mark Scott earlier on tonight. Of course, earned him an outside front row position in the second heat race of the night. Here comes Kyle Fisher. Well, I've got to say, he's been pretty consistent this season in the 32 car. That's a Woomba Windscreens number 32 entry. Sean Stevens in that 4th and final transfer position. Haydo Bish back there to position number 5. Aidan Gardner, Kurt Tyler. Jason Burke back in the pits, just finishing probably a lap, not even 2 laps there. So unfortunately, the 74 car is going to have his work cut out for him in the C main later on tonight. Top 3 on screen still Scott and Fisher, still nose to tails. They try to track down your race leader of Harry Stewart. Oh, Scott, a little bit of helping hand there from the 32, maybe. Scott kept it. He kept it saved. Meanwhile, Haydo Bish, Aidan Gardner, 3 wide. Sean Stevens on the inside. This is the battle for the final transfer position. Stevens has got the best of Haydo Bish for the moment. Here comes Kurt Tyler in the 84 car. So 4 cars battle it out. Make it 1 now because there's problems there for Kurt Tyler. He'll go contact and he'll go head back to the pits. So he'll be scored in position number 7. And just like that, we are 6 laps into a 10-lap heat race number 2 here for the Late Model Racing Tasmania Racer Industries Pro Late Model Series at USA International Speedway, presented by JSI Sim Sports. Of course, big thank you to, of course, Cool Drive Auto Parts, MFD Linehall, MPI, Crawford Designs, and, of course, Racer Industries, and cannot forget Late Model Racing Tasmania for their support with JSI Sim Sports for a second season in the Late Model Series. Kyle Fisher closes in on Harry Stewart with 3 to run in the 32 car. Trying to start on the front row and trying to make it an all Fisher front row for what will be your dash tonight. Kyle Fisher after Lyle Fisher got the win in heat race number 1. Kyle Fisher trying to prove everybody wrong and try and beat the man that has 5 feature wins this season. Stewart has got it for the moment and still probably by just a little over a car length. Now that shortens up to half a car length as Kyle Fisher gets a run there on Harry Stewart. But Stewart too good through the middle of the speedway. He's got no idea where the 32 car of Fisher is running. But no doubt these drivers, they will have a spotter in their ear telling them where the other driver is running because JSI Sim Sports, no mirrors. Here we go into 3 and 4 for the final time. Stewart and Fisher. We had a finish like this of heat race number 1 of Stewart and Fisher. Different Stewart, but the same Fisher as Harry Stewart gets to win in heat race number 2. Second, we'll go to Kyle Fisher. Third will be Mark Scott. Sean Stevens home in 4th. Hato Bish to round out your top 5. Aiden Gardner in 6th. Kurt Tyler. Jason Berg in position number 7 and 8. Let's take a look at your official results coming up on screen while we get a hot dog and a hamburger. Harry Stewart with the win. Kyle Fisher in 2nd. Mark Scott 3rd. Sean Stevens 4th. Hato Bish in 5th. Aiden Gardner 6th. Kurt Tyler in 7th. And Jason Burke in position number 8. 2 heat races done. 2 to go. Nick Ryan will start the 2L machine from pole position to the outside of the front row. The 92 entry of Lachlan Wall. Rolling off out of your 3rd, starting position in car number 31, that'll be Rowan Jones. From position number 4, car number 15 of Jacob Croker. Your 5th starter in car number 27, it'll be Jaden Russell. On his outside, from position number 6, in car number 79, Daniel Boyd. And your 4th and final row, inside and outside, driving the WA1, the ANZ Basket Bliss entry of Corey Borden. He'll start from position number 7. And to the outside from position number 8 in car 47. That is Dylan Price. So again, 8 cars in heat race number 3. We'll see 8 cars in heat race number 4. So a total of what is 32 drivers signed into the virtual pit area for tonight's 7th round of the series. For the Late Model Racing Tasmania Racer Industries Pro Late Model Series. After this, 3 weeks left to run in this 10-week season. Rowan Jones giving a little hurry along to Nick Ryan to say, hey, come on, let's go racing. You've got the start. We'll go green. Nick Ryan now look at Rowan Jones straight down to the inside on Lachlan Moore into turn number 1. But Lachlan Moore's got the advantage on the outside. So it's that's that outside groove there on the exit of turn number 2 that is really helping those outside cars get past the cars that started on the inside. And just like that, we see the majority. Oh, Croker getting a little tight there. Here comes Jaden Russell, ducks out of the inside, gets past Daniel Boyd, and now sets to launch an attack on the 15 car of Jacob Croker. Problems for Jaden Russell, but they seem to have got themselves just a little sorted out right now. Here comes Rowan Jones down to the inside on Lachlan Wall. Into turn 1, off for turn number 2. Rowan Jones move him into the runner-up position. Now Lachlan Wall trying to come back, and meanwhile Jacob Croker trying to work over the 92 car now. While Croker was trying to work the inside line, here comes Jaden Russell now down to the outside, and Jaden Russell trying to move into a transfer position. Croker tries to slide up. Russell tries to drive around the outside of the 15 car. They're back a bit of contact, and the 27 goes around. That could bring us our first yellow of the night. But looks like we're going to stay green for the moment. Borden and Price banging door panels in the middle of turn number 3 and 4. Price has got position number 6. Meanwhile, Daniel Boyd trying to come after Jacob Croker for that 4th and final transfer position. Lachlan Moore still trying to run down Rowan Jones, but nobody at the moment going to catch Nick Ryan in that 2L machine. Crossflake sticks around. 5 down and 5 to run here in what is your penultimate heat race of the night. Again, round number 7 of your late model racing Tasmania Racer Industries Pro Late Model Series here at USA International Speedway, presented by JSI Sim Sports. Heat 3 of 4, 32 drivers in the pits as they tackle here in Lakeland, the virtual Lakeland Florida USA International Speedway, 3/4 of a mile in distance. Yeah, that's a long way around. And again, like I said, the longest dirt track we have on the sim. And over 40 laps later on tonight, you're looking at a total of 30 miles around this big, wide racetrack. There's 2.5 to run for the 2L machine. You can see the 31 car of Rowan Jones. He's got second position, locked up at the moment by what is nearly 0.6 of a second back to Lachlan Moore, who Lachlan Moore, mind you, had a good qualifying effort here tonight. Qualified 7th. And still looking to put the 92 car into your 40-lap feature event later on tonight. Jacob Croker still holding down position number 4, but I'll come to the white flag. 1 lap left to go here at USA International Speedway. Nick Ryan in the 2L car. Rowan Jones in the 31 closes in 0.3 of a second. It was cut down from about half a second. Less than a lap it goes. So Jones going to try everything in his power to get by the 2L machine, but off turn 4, he's good right through the middle of the racetrack. Nick Ryan going to the dash along with Rowan Jones. Lachlan Moore, Jacob Croker, they'll find their way into tonight's A main event. Dylan Price, Corey Borden, Jacob Croker. In fact, Daniel Boyd's going to get 4th. Jacob Croker. Now, whether there was a 30-second penalty or not, we're not sure on that one. But Jacob Croker to be scored in 7th. So Nick Ryan, Rowan Jones, Lachlan Moore, Daniel Boyd are locked into the show. Dylan Price, Corey Borden, Jacob Croker, and Jaden Russell to your B and C main. Heat race number 4, your 4th and final heat race of the night, will look like this. On the pole position will be the 26 car that looks like. That is going to be Bentley Summers. To the outside of the front row, the 55 car of Jack Murphy lines up at a position number 2. Nash Granger rolls off the 25 machine from position number 3. The 32 of Alex Gavia lines up at a position number 4. Daniel Nickel in car number 18 will start from position number 5. And the 21 car of Kyle Collins will start from position number 6. And your 4th and final row, Alan Cleary in car number 21 will line up at a position number 7. And the 079 car of Callan Muir will start from position number 8. In what is your 4th and final heat of the evening. Once we complete this, we start to eliminate drivers via your C and B mains. Summers in the 26, Murphy in the 55. Safety car is in. Summers jumps on the gas with Green. Here in heat race number 4. Daniel Nickel, all sorts of crossed up there. Granger goes to the inside there on Gavir, but Gavir comes back at Granger down the back straightaway and again to that outside line on the exit of turn number 2. That has really got the speed and got the moisture, got some grip there on the exit of turn 2. Lap 1 belongs to Bentley Summers. Now Jack Murphy going to launch an assault in the 55 car to get by the 26 of Bentley Summers for the race lead. Gavia 3rd, Collins in 4th. And you go back to Granger in position number 5, Nickel, Cleary and Muir to round out your 8 cars. When does Murphy try and pull the trigger to get by the 26 car of Bentley Summers? Meanwhile, Gavia opens up the door for Kyle Collins as Kyle Collins makes a run into position number 3. Now here comes Nash Granger trying to move into position number 4. We'll go 3 wide down into turn number 3 if you don't mind. How do you do on that one? And now Murphy going to try and come after Bentley Summers now for the race lead. They both go above the slick on the entry into turn number 1, right through the middle of the raceway. Through turn number 1 and 2. Good battle going on for 4th and 5th between Granger and Gavir, but we watch this battle on for the race lead. Murphy trying to the inside. He's got his nose up on the inside. Expect the slide job to come here. And there it is. Catches the grass. Can't slide up all the way. And Summers goes back around the outside. Bentley Summers move him back to the number 1 position. Now Murphy's got to compose himself right now and try and put a good couple of laps together to catch back up to the 26 car, because he lost a bit of ground there in turns 1 and 2 on the previous lap when that left front caught the grass. Gets a little tight there with the 55 car of Murphy, but again, no pressure from behind by Kyle Collins, who was 7/10 of a second, nearly 8/10 of a second back. And Nash Granger in 4th. Daniel Nickel rounds out your top 5, followed by Alan Cleary. Callan Muir in 6th and 7th position. Then Alex Gavia is back in the pit area here in heat race number 4. And again, back up front with Bentley Summers and Jack Murphy. Summers will lead off turn 4 this time with 3 laps left to run. 2.25 miles to go here in heat race number 4, the 7th round of the Late Model Racing Tasmania Racer Industries Pro Late Model Series. G. Summers has looked good right from the drop of the green flag here in heat race number 4. 4th quick here tonight in qualifying. Get top 2. Top 2 will transfer directly to a dash, which should be 6 laps. It might even be 8 laps here tonight. I'm not sure whether we are going to go the full 8-lap distance or whether we go a 6-lap distance, just due to the fact that how long the track actually is. But either way, we'll have to wait and play it by ear. White flag is out. 1 lap left to go. Your top 4 are nose to tail down the front straight away. Murphy, some problems in the 55 car there as he went into turn number 1. That seems to be all sorted right now, but no pressure for Bentley Summers in car number 26. And that House of Speed 26 will come off turn number 4, and the checkered flag will fly in heat race number 4. Bentley Summers with the win. Second will go to Jack Murphy. Third will be Kyle Collins, Nash Granger to round out your top 4. 5th place will go to Daniel Nickel, Alan Cleary in 6th, Callan Muir in 7th, and Alex Gavia will make up your top 8 here in heat race number 4. So just like that, 4 heat races on the program concluded. And looks like we're going straight into a B main. That is correct, so no C main. So 12 laps, and the top 8 will go through on that one. So let's take a look at your lineup for your B main. Riley Hutchison lines up the 2 machine from pole position to the outside of the front row in the 86th entry of Hato Bish will start from position number 2. Dylan Price, the 47, lines up at a position number 3, and the 18 of Daniel Nickel lines up at a position number 4. The 56 car of Cooper Croker starts position number 5. Aidan Gardner lines up at a position number 6 in car 36. Position number 7 in the number 1 car of Corey Borden to the outside in car 21. Alan Cleary lines up at a position number 8. Neville Olfer in car number 21 will start from position number 9 to the outside. The 84 car of Kurt Tyler starts position number 10. Your 11th starter in car number 15 of Jacob Croker. From 12, it's the 079 of Callan Muir. Your 13th starter will be the 92 car of Cody Gay. From 14, the 74 of Jason Burke. And your 8th and final row, Jaden Russell in the 27 lines up at a position number 15. Alex Gavia in the 32 will start from position number 16. So hopefully we are 1 to green right now. 12 lap B main. Top 8. That's not going to change. The top 8 will go through. Riley Hutchison. It's got a little bit of work to do here tonight, but it's an extra 12 laps he'll have on under his belt here for tonight as they look to prepare for the A main. But right now, your drivers in the B main are green here at USA International Speedway. Gardner getting a run on Price down the back straightaway. Move Aidan Gardner to position number 3. Here comes Price. Back to the inside. We now slide it up. Cleary and Croker are going to make contact there on the exit of turn number 4. Cleary on the inside on the 21 car. That's the black, red and white 21 car. Now diving down to the inside of the 56 car, the black and blue entry of Cooper Croker. Corey Borden in 7th position in the 1 car, and that orange and blue BP A to Z panel and paint 1 car. Here comes the 21 of Neville Alt to the outside. Meanwhile, Jacob Croker on the outside looking in as they work it down into turn number 1 and 2. Croker getting a little tight. Kurt Tyler battles with Cody Gay there. So at the moment, Jacob Croker will not make the show. He needs to get one more position. And Corey Borden has got that bubble position on lock at the moment. And it's only a quarter of the race distance. With 3 down and 9 to run. Bish throwing the move there on Aiden Gardner. Gardner, will he come back at him on the exit of turn number 2? No, not going to have enough just yet in the 36 car, so he'll have to settle in behind the 86 of Hader Bish once again, although he now cuts it down to the inside here off turn number 4, but Hader Bish still has the runner-up position. Bish somewhat cheats the entry, goes right through the slick and slides it up right to where the marbles are. Not quite all the way up near that concrete wall. Dylan Price, Cooper Croker still going at it for 4th and 5th position. Price has got it for the moment. Then you go back to Alan Cleary in 6th. Corey Borden in 7th. And now here is that battle for the transfer spot. Jacob Croker's got it. Here comes Neville Olf down to the inside. He'll slide it up in front of the 15 car of Croker. Russell and Gay go at it side by side. Gay's got position number 10. Croker coming back at Neville Off down into turns 3 and 4, and it's slide job central right now for these two guys. It's like a tennis match. You throw a slider, and they're almost giving like Oprah Winfrey slide jobs. You get a slide job. No, you get a slide job. Everybody gets a slide job. Olf and Croker having an absolute gem of a battle here in your B main to determine which one of these two drivers could possibly go to the show. Neville Wolf, and I wonder if there's going to be any sort of penalty for that one for Croker. And because there's no caution just yet, they're not even going to throw one. We've lost only one of the 16 drivers. That happens to be the 18 car of Daniel Nickel. 4 to go for your race leader of Riley Hutchison, who is out by over 2 seconds now down the back straightaway, watching Croker go to work on Borden and Cleary. 3 wide there on the exit of turn number 2. Oh my! 3 wide down the entire back straightaway. Croker trying to slide up across the nose of Tilton, but only gets one, and he gets Corey Borden. But Borden not going to give that up without a fight just yet. And again, we will keep an eye on your official results, because there could be post-race penalties coming out. Here comes Jaden Russell. He finished on the podium at Lanier a couple of weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, I think it was. And now 3 wide again down into turn number 1. Oh boy, Borden into the fence. Here comes Cody Gay. And then we are going to go yellow, and the right front looks to be broken on the 15 car. And it is overtime. So caution flag comes out for the very first time here this evening. So unfortunately for Corey Borden and Jacob Croker, they find themselves back in the pits, and now we lose a total of 3 drivers. So the field sits pacing. Riley Hutchison, who had a huge lead, over a 2-second lead, now has to give it up, although with the speed that he has shown here this season, I don't think he is worried just yet. However, if he does finish in first position, which is a high possibility, he will roll off position number 13 in tonight's A-main event. Lights are out on the iRacing.com safety car. We're going to go single file. Yes, lights are out. I thought I did see him turn the lights off on the track in turns 1. So don't forget, after this B main, we have our dash. 8 cars, 6 or 8 laps. Flip a coin on what you want to watch. Doesn't really matter either way. No doubt these drivers will put on a show and then followed by our 40-lap A main event. Here we go, ready for a restart. Green one, checking to come here at USA International Speedway. We're back to green here in your B main for the Late Model Racing Tasmania Racing Industries Pro Late Model Series presented by JSI Sim Sports. And Hato Bish had a good Captain Cook on the inside of Riley Hutchison. They're on the restart to turn number 1 as they're working into turns 3 and 4 for the penultimate time. They'll come off turn number 4. And the white flag waving here at the USA International Speedway. Aidan Gardner in the 36, closing in on Hato Bish in car 86 for the runner-up position. Who will it be? One final time into turn number 3 and 4. Who's it going to be? We know Riley Hutchison is going to make it a nice little comfortable B-main win. Second, is it going to go to Bish? Is it going to go to Gardner? It's going to go to Bish. Here comes Dylan Price on the outside. Had a real good look on that outside line. Gee whiz. Checkered flag is out. Let's take a look at your B-main official results about to come up on screen. We'll wait for the next session to roll over for our dash cars to make their way onto the racing surface. But again, we wait for those official results for the 16 combatants battling for 8 transfer positions. Here it is, getting the win. In your B-main, it was the 2-car of Riley Hutchison. Hato Bish comes home in 2nd position. Dylan Price snagged 3rd by 13 1/1000th of a second over Aidan Gardner, who came home in 4th. Cooper Croker rounds out the top 5. Then you go back to Jaden Russell in 6th. 7th was Alan Cleary. 8th, and that 8th and final transfer spot will go to Cody Gay. Unfortunately for the likes of Jason Burke, Neville Ulf, their nights are done, finishing in 9th and 10th. Cullen Muir done for the night along with Kurt Tyler, Corey Borden, Alex Kavia, Jacob Croker and Daniel Nickel. Also out of tonight's action here from USA International Speedway. Your B main is complete, which means we have our dash cars getting ready to roll out onto the racing surface. We know that the 029 car of Lyle Fisher is going to start on pole. Harry Stewart lines up at a position number 2. Position number 3, I believe, is going to go to Nick Ryan in the 2L machine. Bentley Summers should be position number 4. That's the way they go. Riley Stewart rolls off at a position number 5. Kyle Fisher starts position number 6. Position number 7 is going to be the 55 car of Jack Murphy, and from 8 to 31 entry of Rowan Jones. Now there's going to be no timing and scoring up on this one, so we are manually going to count the laps. Here we go. Lyle Fisher, Harry Stewart. This will determine your starters in tonight's 40-lap A main event. Green flag is out. Stewart got the jump over Lyle Fisher. 3 wide. Kyle Fisher coming through there on Bentley Summers and Nick Ryan. Here goes Ryan. Kyle Fisher had some contact there. Murphy trying to come through. Riley Stewart also trying to come through along with his teammate, the 2L car of Nick Ryan. Back to the outside goes the 26 car of Bentley Summers, who goes hard into the concrete wall, and Rowan Jones splits Riley Stewart and Bentley Summers and gets 2 for the price of 1. Now looking for 3 in the space of a lap. Ryan slides up. Jones gets into the back of him now. In comes Kyle Fisher in the 32 car. Riley Stewart right there. Meanwhile, Lyle Fisher all over the back of Harry Stewart like a rash down through turn number 1 and 2. Look at this battle. 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th position on screen. Jones with a bit of a bump and run. Nick Ryan around into turn number 1. Meanwhile, back up front, halfway home if it's a 6-lap dash, because that will complete lap number 3. And Harry Stewart might be starting to feel some pressure right now. He knows that this doesn't really mean a whole lot, because this is only to start and lead the field to the 40-lap A main event, although he gets a little high, wide and handsome in turn number 3. Not sure whether he caught the cushion or whether he tagged the concrete wall. I'm going to say he caught the cushion with the way that car straightened up. Lap number 4 is in the books. We're about to complete lap number 5. Still watching Harry Stewart out in front and Lyle Fisher in the 029 car. These two are the fastest two cars on the raceway. And Lyle Fisher still got the fastest lap of the race with a 21.657. Although that just changed just then. Harry Stewart with a 21.600. So he's got the field covered by half a tenth when it comes to fastest lap time. 3 and 4 for what could be the final time. Just like that, 6 laps are in the books. And it is only a 6-lap dash. So Harry Stewart gets the win over Lyle Fisher in second. Then we'll go to, I believe it's going to be the 96 of Riley Stewart, Rowan Jones in the 31. Kyle Fisher in the 32, Jack Murphy in the 55. And we had the 26 of Bentley Summers and the 2 car of Nick Ryan. In fact, looks like that's going to be the other way around. So Harry Stewart. Looks like I've got that right. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Everyone. We are done. So the way they've finished and the way they line up, Harry Stewart will start on pole. Lyle Fisher will start from position number 2. Riley Stewart will start from 3. Rowan Jones from 4. Kyle Fisher from 5. Jack Murphy from 6. Nick Ryan from 7. And Bentley Summers from position number 8. So just like that. Looks like our dash cars are back in the virtual pit area. Eli, what are you talking about? What's super? Are you talking about World of Thunder race? That'll be on the page somewhere. Go digging for it. I've got no idea. I don't look after it. That's Steve's job now. All right, so I believe these drivers are going to get about 60 seconds. 60 seconds, so 1 to 2 minutes at most before we get ready for what will be the main event for the 7th round of this series for the Late Model Racing Tasmania Racer Industries Pro Late Model Series presented by JSI Sim Sports. Again, a big thank you to, of course, Late Model Racing Tasmania for jumping on board for another season. A big thank you, of course, Racer Industries, Cool Drive Auto Parts, MFD Line Haul, Crawford Designs, and MPI. So just at a wild guess, I reckon these guys, and I've got no communication with race control, but I guess with the news that broke through yesterday with the passing of Scott Bloomquist, seeing as though Riley Stewart is in the Scott Bloomquist car here, and we'll show this on the screen here as it rolls down the back straightaway, you're about to see these cars stop on the front straightaway. And it's probably just a simple show of respect to pay their respects to the man that our racing world lost yesterday in Scott Bloomquist. So you can see our 24 starters lining up on the front straightaway. So again, you see Riley Stewart piloting this Scott Bloomquist livery. So again, a simple show of respect from the JSI Sim Sports and of course the Late Model Racing Tasmania combatants. Again, just paying their respects to a man that was probably regarded as one of the best to ever step foot in a late model. Whether you like the guy or not, the racing community has lost a good one. So it looks like our cars on the front straight away have just been told they are good to move along. So I still see the 4 wide salute here tonight. But you're about to see a nice little show of respect for the drivers. Alright, now looks like they've been told they are ready to go and warm up here for about a minute or two. And then, of course, we will get ready for tonight's 40-lap A main event. Can Harry Stewart find victory lane once again for the 6th time this season in 7 races? Last week, he opted to choose to start from the tail end of the field. He came from the back of the bus to finish in position number 2. And for the first time, he was defeated in an A main event this season. Riley Hutchison was that driver. However, tables have turned on its head now because Riley Hutchison will start position number 13. Harry Stewart at this stage, and from my understanding, he's going to start from the pole position and to lead us to the green flag. And we do have a warm-up session slated. With that being said, we're going to take this opportunity right now to step aside here on Ultimate Third TV. We'll come back. We'll pay a bill. Quick 30-second commercial break. We'll come back on the other side of this. You're watching the Late Model Racing Tasmania Race Industries Pro Late Model Series. In fact, we're not even going to go to a break because they've just thrown the checkered flag on this warm-up session, which means we are ready to go racing here at USA International Speedway. And what better way to lead us into this one is to take a look at your starting lineup for your 24 starters in tonight's 40-lap A main event. Let's have a look at the way they start up now. Just keep in mind your first 4 rows in this one are going to be a little bit mixed up here, but, well, this is not going to be mixed up. Harry Stewart lines up on pole. Lyle Fisher lines up at a position number 2. Riley Stewart will start from position number 3. From position number 4 is going to be the 31 car of Rowan Jones. From position number 5 with the 32 car of Kyle Fisher. From position number 6 in car 55, that is Jack Murphy. Position number 7 with the 2 car of Nick Ryan. From 8, it's the 26 entry of Bentley Summers. Now 9th on back is going to be correct. Shannon Jordan rolls off at a position number 9 in the 10 car. Speaking of 10s, from position number 10, the 19 of Mark Scott. From position number 11, car number 92, Lachlan War. From position number 12, it's the 21 of Kyle Collins. From position number 13, it's the 18 of Cohen O'Toole. From 14, the 26 entry of Sean Stevens. From position number 15, it's the 79 of Daniel Boyd. From 16, it's the 25 entry of Nash Granger. And apologies, our B main winner is going to start position number 17. That is the 2 car of Riley Hutchison. From position number 18, it's the 86 of Hato Bish. From position number 19 in car 47, Dylan Price. From position number 20, it is the 36 entry of Aidan Gardner. Your final 2 rows. From position number 21, the 56 entry of Cooper Croker. From 22 in car 27, Jaden Russell. From position number 23 in car 21, Alan Cleary, lining up in your 24th and final starting position in car number 92. That is Cody Gay. So it looks like we are ready to head off into a 4 wide salute. Of course, we do the missing man formation. However, the Scott Bloomquist car will lead this 4 wide salute, or bar that front row, which will of course see a missing man formation. And there you can see it off turn number 4. Just trying to get a close-up of the shot. Here we go. So they'll stay in rows of 4, except obviously our front row, which you can see a 3-man with that missing man formation. So it looks like they are ready to go back into rows of 2 by 2. Can we see that car? The Scott Bloomquist livery, driven by Riley Stewart, come to victory lane for the first time tonight. Damien, thank you for that share. Appreciate it. All right, who is your money on? Everybody would be thinking Harry Stewart. Lights are out. We are 1 to green. We are ready off turn number 4. Who will take out round number 7? Can Harry Stewart find victory lane for a 6th time this season? And can he continue the streak of a top 2? Continuing on after 7 weeks, can he extend the points lead? It's time to find out as they make their way into turn number 3 and 4. The Late Model Racing Tasmania Racing Industries Pro Late Models. Let's get naughty for 40 here at USA International Speedway. And Rowan Jones got that good of a jumpy pass to the inside there on Lyle Fisher in the 029 car. Whether that one is going to stick, well, we'll just have to wait and find out. Oh, no, Jones and Fisher's going to lose the right front. Bentley Summers involved. Riley Hutchison involved. Cody Gay involved as well. So let's back that up just a little bit. So keep an eye on the 31 car. Well, they could probably argue the case of Fisher didn't go, but you know what? We're going to leave that to race control. And Fisher comes back at him here and then just shut. The door was shut. Now, again, like I said earlier, no mirrors in these race cars. Probably realising that he probably thought that once Harry Stewart got by him that, well, that top lane was going to be clear, but not to be. So that right front broken on the 029 car. And you've got a feel for that man of Lyle Fisher. Quick time here tonight. 1 heat race number 1. 2nd in the dash. And unfortunately it comes unstuck. Not even 1 lap into your main event. Sean Stevens back in the pits as well. Keeping an eye on Rowan Jones in the 31 car. He's pulling down to the infield, so he may be given an EOL for that one. It's either an EOL for that or whether it could be an EOL for the start. Either way, the 31 car has got a whole lot of work to do here for the next 39 laps. And how bad is that 2 car of Riley Hutchison? How badly is that damaged as well? We've seen he caught the tail end of that one. Bentley Summers involved as well. Summers pulling down to the infield. However, that'll give Harry Stewart, again, our Delaware double file restart is in full effect here. So the race leader has complete control. And the only man to be on the front row. 2nd place car, Riley Stewart, again in that Scott Bloomquist car. Has opted to choose to the outside line. Jack Murphy has obviously got no choice but to go to the inside, but we'll try it again. 39 laps left to run. We're back racing here at USA International Speedway. Murphy down to the inside into turn number 1 and 2. He'll slide it up mid-track, probably a little higher than mid-track. And now here comes Riley Stewart back to the inside as Nick Ryan gets past Kyle Fisher. He off turn 2. Riley Stewart throws the slider back on Murphy. Where does Murphy go? Well, he goes down to the inside, but now here comes Nick Ryan in that 2L machine. We complete our 2nd lap. Murphy again catching that grass. It's catching a lot of people out here. Kyle Fisher into the back of Nick Ryan. And then it was Shannon Jordan who got into the back of Fisher. And again, just somewhat of a Constantina effect. We'll go yellow. Geez, you can already see a handful of cars. And this might have something to do maybe with the 2 car here of Riley Hutchison. So problems already for that 2 car. That might not have been the issue there. Daniel Boyd in the 79 is going to be the reason for this one. Oh, just... I'm going to say he lost steering. With the way that car turned hard left. Gee, Jaden Russell. How you doing? So USA International Speedway. So the lights are out. Getting our Delaware double file restart. He's in full effect. Harry Stewart, Riley Stewart, Jack Murphy, Nick Ryan, Kyle Fisher. We are racing once again. 3 down, 37 to go. Murphy again looking to slide up in front of Riley Stewart, who gets around the outside of the 32 car of Kyle Fisher, as does Nick Ryan. And now, well, Stewart, that's Riley, comes across the nose of the 55 car of Jack Murphy. Who's it going to be at the line? It's going to be Riley Stewart. Now Murphy under all sorts of attack here. Although he gets into that goes Stewart. Ryan, we stay green. Everybody checking up. And now they keep it all going. Hats off, gentlemen. Kyle Fisher, the big winner in that one. He moves into position number 2. Shannon Jordan in the 10 car into position number 3. Nash Granger 4th. Oh, look out, Cohen 02. Around, and we have got one upside down. It's Hato Bish in the 86 car. And that car is bent. It is toast. Hato Bish going for a ride. Price parks it on the nose of the 55 car. And then Price, looks like Price actually hooked O'Toole. So keep an eye on the 47, the 18. Watch the 47. Just tagged, just hooked the back of the 18 car, which sent the front end into Hato Bish, and he goes for a ride. And back live, and just like that, we are back under the yellow flag conditions. So we've lost 4 drivers so far. You got a couple of drivers, Lyle Fisher, Riley Hutchison, who are laps down at the moment. They are just wanting to, I guess, survive and just try and bag as many points as they can. And you know what? Rightfully so. I'd be doing the exact same thing. So it looks like we are going to be 1 to green next time by. Yes, lights are still on. I guess just organising as to who would be at fault. Looks like the 47 car is already at the back end of this field, back there in 18th position. So again, Delaware double file restart is in effect. All right, here we go. Back to green off turn number 4. And there we are. We are underway once again. Green flag is back out with Harry Stewart again, leading the field. Kyle Fisher, Shannon Jordan. Here comes Nash Grange on the 25 car to the outside to move to position number 3. Stewart, that's Riley Stewart and Nick Ryan go 3 wide inside and outside of the 10 car of Jordan. Meanwhile, Jaden Russell coming back with Rowan Jones. All Jones into the concrete. Made a bit of contact. That was not his fault. The driver's just sort of checked up. They had nowhere to go. Somehow we go and we stay green. Jordan trying to come back through the middle there on Nick Ryan. Meanwhile, here comes Jaden Russell working down to the inside. Rowan Jones trying to get by the 10 car of Shannon Jordan. Jordan getting a little tight and almost ate some concrete there in turn number 1 and 2. Meanwhile, Rowan Jones has found his way nearly into a top 5 already. He's back to position number 7. He's going to challenge for 6 right now to try and get by Jaden Russell. No, Russell's got the speed on the exit of turn 4 and down the front straight away. And at the completion of your next lap, it'll be 10 down and 30 to run here at USA. We told you it was a total of 30 miles. Around, we'll go 3 wide. Nick Ryan, Riley Stewart, and Nash Granger. Gee, they were working very close with one another, Granger, Stewart, and Ryan. Meanwhile, Russell is just about to talk about him as he got a little tight in the middle of turn number 1 and 2 as Rowan Jones gets some by. Now comes up the racetrack and takes the line away from the 27 car. Meanwhile, out in front by a second and a half is that 11 car of Harry Stewart. Kyle Fisher, superb job right now so far in position number 2. Nash Granger holding on to position number 3, although here comes Riley Stewart in the Scott Bloomquist car down to the inside. Stewart going to throw the big Hail Mary slide job into turn number 3 and 4. Had to pull it up because otherwise if he had gone any further, he could have been eating all of a Kyle Fisher. Well done for Granger as well to back off the gas to not turn Riley Stewart. So Granger, although he slips out of opponent position, still solid in position number 4. Nick Ryan trying to dive down to the inside now, maybe trying to change up the line, but as he went down to the low side, Granger decided to go down there as well. Russell down low through turn number 1 and 2, but again it's Rowan Jones on the outside. Russell and Jordan were both working that inside line through turns 1 and 2. Now here comes Jaden Russell again down to the inside on Rowan Jones, but Jones is going to somewhat slam the door shut there on the exit of turn number 4. Meanwhile, I'm going to say Kyle Collins. I think it's Kyle Collins and Cooper Croker who are having a nice little battle for positions number 9 and 10. Collins has got 9th at the moment. Again, we've got 17 cars on the lead lap, I should say. Lyle Fisher still 2 laps down on the raceway. Then you've got 6 cars, unfortunately, who are already back pit side, all back and out of the main event. Back in the haulers, ready to go. Speaking of haulers, how about Harry Stewart? He is hauling and motoring along in that number 11 machine. Stewart the Riley version. On screen, the Scott Bloomquist car still in 3rd position, although Nash Granger has not let him get away. And Nash Granger still putting the pressure there to Riley Stewart through turn number 1 and 2. This field really starting to spread and string themselves out here. Trying to give each other a bit of racing room. After the first handful of laps, seeing 3 cautions. No doubt race control would have been on the case. Hey boys, let's pick it up. Let's clean it up. These guys are better than this. We've seen it all season long so far. This is no different. Just because it's USA and it's one of my kryptonite tracks, hey, let's not go there. 18 down, 22 to go for the double 1 machine of Harry Stewart. 2nd, 3rd, 4th on screen from left to right as they work through 1 and 2. The 32 car of Kyle Fisher. the Scott Bloomquist car of Riley Stewart, and then the righty screen is the 25 car of Nash Granger, although Stewart wants to change it up. He now goes for the slider into turns 3 and 4 there on Kyle Fisher, and he has got it at the line. Yes, he's got it by a front bumper, although here comes Kyle Fisher back down to the inside, so Fisher going to make a run back by Riley Stewart for the runner-up position. Granger's right there. He's ready to pounce on a mistake. Not one, not two, but 3 cars battling out for 3 positions, 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Stewart once again. That was Riley we was just talking about. Holds down position number 2 at the start-finish line. Here goes Fisher. But now Stewart back down to the inside. Now keep an eye on Nash Granger. Does Granger go for the move down into 3? No, he doesn't. He opted to go right up to the cushion on the entry into turn number 3. And now looking to get a run. He needs to make quick work here of Kyle Fisher. But Kyle Fisher's done a nice job so far in the 32 car. The Toowoomba windscreen's number 32 car. Granger still trying to work over and work into a podium position. But I'm sure Kyle Fisher will be like, you know what? Hey, I want this just as much as you do. Meanwhile, Rowan Jones, Nick Ryan will battle it out for positions number 4 and 5. Let's go back though and make that 5 and 6. Ryan has got the run on the outside. Jones still trying to work it down to the inside, and we're already past half race distance. And I'm going to say a nice run of about 14, 15, maybe 16 laps of green flag competition so far. After, I don't want to say a disastrous start, but certainly a complicated start to this 40-lap A main event. Jaden Russell, Shannon Jordan in 7th and 8th position. Again, back up for 3rd and 4th position. Look at Harry Stewart, a 4-second lead. 4.1 it goes out to. Then it comes down to 3.8. So right around, we're just going to call it 4-second lead for Harry Stewart. Last lap time by, he was well over a 10th and a half quicker than what Riley Stewart was. Here goes Granger up the stairs. Kyle Fisher down with a slider in turns 3 and 4. 15 laps left to run for your race leader of Harry Stewart. Granger again with a slider there on Kyle Fisher. Has Kyle Fisher got enough to come back at Granger down into turns 3 this time? Well, he goes down there. I don't know if he's going to clear him or not. Boy, he's going to try. No, he's going to pull it up. He's going to stay mid-track and move Nash Granger to our podium position. Fisher, although having a good Captain Cook on the inside there in turn number 1 and 2. One more time. Gee, I tell you what, he's not going to leave anything on the table. He's going to throw everything at that 25 car of Nash Granger. 13 laps left to run for your race leader of Harry Stewart. He's already completed the 27th lap. He'll start lap number 28. So we continue on here in the main event. Rowan Jones, Nick Ryan still going to duke it out. Oh no, Kyle Fisher into the concrete wall. That's going to bring on the yellow. And a 5.5 second lead gets taken away. Kyle Fisher, what went wrong with the 32 car? Again, I'm going to say something with the computer or something. It's not the steering wheel. The brakes are fine. Maybe a frozen, maybe something, a mechanical issue of some sort. Maybe you just wanted a hot dog or a hamburger. Either way, the lights are still on. The iRacing.com official pace truck will wait for our field to get lined up. In fact, now they'll turn off. So we are 1 to green, so a 5-second lead gets taken away for Harry Stewart. Riley Stewart, Nash Granger, we're going to restart in that second row. So that was, I think it was about a 22 or 23 green flag run that was. So these drivers are more than capable of putting in those long distance runs. And now we're less than a B main distance. We're in the middle of a B main and a heat race distance. So 11 laps left to run. And for the 11 car of Harry Stewart, can he claim victory for a sixth time this season? All signs point to yes. Green flag is back out. We are back underway in the A main event. Just like that, Harry Stewart goes straight into the cushion down into turn number 1. Nash Granger slides up in front of Riley Stewart. Meanwhile, Rowan Jones trying to work over Nick Ryan. Shannon Jordan coming back at him as well, trying to move back into a top 5. And just like that, boy, I tell you what, they go at it hammer and tong right now. They're dipping, diving, dodging, ducking, weaving. Boy, I tell you what, if you can dodge a late model, man, you're doing very well. 3 wide, Granger, Jones and Ryan. 3 wide through turn number 1 and 2. Granger on the outside, Ryan through the middle, and Jones on the low side. Granger got the best of those 3 drivers here on the exit of turn number 2. Here comes Jones. Will he slide up all the way? No, he slides mid-track. He knows there's a bit of moisture there on the exit of turn number 4, but Granger moves back to position number 3. Again, runs a little slower than it is. Rowan Jones still leaving a lane on the outside there for Nash Granger to drive around the outside. Here comes Nick Ryan now with a run on the outside of Rowan Jones. Not working into 3 and 4. Jordan trying to work that inside groove. Boy, I tell you what, we're going to go 3 wide here off turn number 4. 3 wide down the front straightaway. Nick Ryan into the concrete. Oh boy, the right front gone on the 2L machine. Nick Ryan losing a right front, and he should be going back to the pits. Boy, there's no way that car is going to keep on trucking along. 7 to run for your race leader of Harry Stewart. Somehow Nick Ryan is still driving. In fact, he's driving back to the pit, so does not want to stop to bring out the caution. So well done, Nick. Although you lost the right front, no doubt he's not going to be happy at that one. But I tell you what, he done well to keep going and keep this race flowing. 6 to run. Harry Stewart, he is checked out. He is gone. And some might say he's max. If you get the reference, well, how do you do? Riley Stewart under some pressure once again by the 25 car of Nash Granger. Another lap out into the books. Part of the racing flagman shows the 5-finger discount. He shows the palm. But just as he showed the palm, we go yellow and we will have 4 to run. And that's going to come courtesy of Jack Murphy in the 55 car. Let's have a look. Oh, excuse me. At what happened to the 55 entry of Jack Murphy. So Collins gets up the inside. So Murphy back to the pits and again with 4 to run. Excuse me. Boy, I'm ready for bed. So 13 cars still circulating on the raceway. Lights are out, 4 to go. So we started with a 30-mile race. We're down to 3 miles. It's 4 laps. So can Riley Stewart hold on to second place? Here we are back underway. A main time, 4 laps is all that separates us here in tonight's A main event. And Harry Stewart once again, Rowan Jones down to the low side through 1 and 2, looking to pick up third position from Nash Granger. Remember, Jones has had to drive from the back of the bus. He gets a 2-for-1 slide job special, and Stewart comes back at him down to the inside. Rowan Jones moving back to position number 3. Here comes Granger with a daily double slide job. Shannon Jordan working to the inside. Russell had to back out of it. 3 wide for the minor placings. Riley Stewart and Nash Granger. Now Jordan and Jones go side by side into turn number 3. Shannon Jordan, how about the 10 car? He's just catfishing on the bottom side. 2 laps left to run for Harry Stewart. Shannon Jordan, I'm sure Jordan would love to finish in a podium position. He's got the run by Nash Granger down the back straightaway. He's got a lap and a half to hold on. No doubt Rowan Jones has seen that. Now Jones is going to go down to the low side. Jordan coming after Riley Stewart. Jordan and Granger. Granger had third of the line with 1 lap left to go. They navigate their way through turn number 1 and 2 down the back straightaway for the final time into turn number 3 and 4. Who's it going to be? We know Harry Stewart is going to claim victory. Riley Stewart should hold on to position number 2. And Shannon Jordan, Nash Granger. Granger on the outside. Not going to have enough. Shannon Jordan gets third. Gee whiz. And how about podium? Let's go to victory lane. Let's take a look at your official results. Harry Stewart gets the win over Riley Stewart in second. Shannon Jordan in third. Fourth will go to Nash Granger. Fifth is going to be Rowan Jones. Mark Scott in sixth. Jaden Russell seventh. Eighth will go to Lachlan Moore. Kyle Collins ninth, and Cohen O'Toole rounds out your top 10. 11th is going to be Cooper Croker and the last car on the lead lap. Dylan Price, Aidan Gardner in 12th and 13th position, 1 laps down. Followed by the bunch of DNFs. Jack Murphy 14th, Nick Ryan 15th, Kyle Fisher 16th, Alan Cleary 17th, Bentley Summers 18th, Riley Hutchison 19th, Haydo Bish rounds out your top 20. 21st we'll go to Daniel Boyd, Cody Gay in 22nd, Sean Stevens in 23rd, and 24th was Lyle Fisher. We'll wait for our top 3 drivers, then we'll go straight down to victory lane. And we'll chat to our podium drivers here in a moment. Harry Stewart, Riley Stewart, and Shannon Jordan. Let's get to the man that gets the win here. Once again for the 6th time in 7 weeks. It's the 11 car of Harry Stewart. Harry, congratulations on this victory. And boy, I tell you what, hashtag dominating once again. This time at a different racetrack. But hey, you're back in victory lane.
Yeah, no, that was pretty good. Didn't really know what to expect. I hadn't really done any laps in any sort of late model around here, and I bloody hate doing laps in any sort of car at this joint. So I was didn't know what to expect, and yeah, luckily it's not as bad as I thought it was, and that was pretty decent. So yeah.
Well, I tell you what, you had a 5-second lead there, I think, with about 7 or 8 to go. Were you sort of worried or nervous at all that the whole field was going to be back up on your tail, or you knew you had enough speed here to get the job done?
I was pretty confident. Unless I made a mistake, I'd be sweet to the end. I was pretty slow at the end, but I think they were all battling behind me, so that would probably help me out. But yeah, ran the bottom at the start of the race and in 3 and 4, and it was good. Then I tried at 1 and 2, and Joel, Bradley, and everyone said it was way better, and I could see how many times that my times were quicker, and apparently everyone was running the top behind me. So yeah, that's what definitely helped get me out to that lead, and I was enjoying sort of just running laps and looking at the gap grow. It was kind of nice when that was happening, but yeah, that yellow definitely wasn't great, but that's what it is.
Well, for the 6th time in 7 weeks, you come back to victory lane. You finished second last week after taking the end of the line challenge last week at Eldora. So you continue on with a top 2 streak here this evening and extending out that points lead. Harry, before we let you go and celebrate once again, we'll let you thank everyone involved on this 11 car.
Yeah, just gotta thank everyone at JSI for putting the series on, yourself for broadcasting, 6 Ballarat, Australian Racing Products, Penske's Wakash, Down Under Graphics, 87 Creative, Everyone in Discord who was helping out there, and everyone who shows up for this league each week makes it a cool event.
Harry, well done on the victory. We'll look forward to seeing you back next week for round number 8.
Cheers.
Harry Stewart, your winner here tonight from USA International Speedway. We'll chat to the man that comes home in second place tonight, driving the Scott Bloomquist car. It is Riley Stewart. Riley, congratulations on a second place finish here tonight. And boy, that was one you had to work for. Hello.
Hello?
There we go. You got me?
Yeah.
That was one you had to work for, buddy. That was a nice job in second spot.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, there was definitely pressure on the whole race, especially with the paint on. Yeah, it was definitely difficult with I think it was Nash always behind me. And yeah, like I said, with the paint on, just um, you know, representing, um, tributing Scott Bloomquist.
Do you feel like there was any extra pressure on yourself after running this Scott Bloomquist livery?
Oh, yeah, a bit. People say he's the best to ever drive the cars, so yeah, Dad thought it'd be a nice way to, see him off about 5 minutes before the race. He thought it'd be nice if I put on a Scott Bloomquist paint, and I like the idea, but yeah, it definitely adds an extra bit of pressure with that zero on the side of the car.
Tell you what, you're really going to close the gap on Riley Hutchison for that second spot in the championship. Riley finishing back in 20th position. What have you taken away from the first 7 weeks, and what do you expect for the next 3 weeks to come?
Oh, I've definitely learned a bit more about the cars and the way they handle. And yeah, even just like you said, closing in on Riley Hutchison, that was pretty good for us for the points. Yeah, it's just Harry we got to worry about now, and I'm not even sure what the next couple of tracks are. To be honest, I haven't even looked.
I'd like to tell you, but I actually don't know. I just wait till the message comes up on a Sunday before I do it. So I can tell you, as of right now, you are still 123 points behind him, but no doubt you took a big chunk out of that one. So it's going to take a lot to get second spot, and you've got a 31-point lead over Nick Ryan. So it's going to be close in the next 3 weeks. So Riley, before we let you go, we'll let you think of an involved on what is normally the 96 car.
Yeah, just Nick Linnet Racing Association, 96 Graphics, Ultimate Dirt TV, James Rice Production and Media, Luke Johnson Racing, and yeah, just the boys at JSI for putting it on, and King Race Designs.
There we go. Riley Stewart, your driver that comes home in second place here tonight. Why is this not working on that one? Let me do something, folks. 1 second. And that should be better now. All right, we'll chat to the man that comes home in third place tonight. It is the 10 car of Shannon Jordan. Shannon, congratulations on a third place finish here tonight. Boy, I tell you what, you made these boys just run off into the sunset for the first half of even for the first 3 quarters of that race. And then when the time mattered, you put yourself in a good spot in there in the end. How's that one after 40 laps?
Yeah, mate. I started mid-pack there and just cruised around, keeping my nose out of trouble. And yeah, sort of tried to reel him in as the race come on.
How tough is it to try and put yourself in a good spot late in this race, knowing that you've got, if you're starting mid-pack, you got 10 cars in front of you, 10 cars behind you, and you're just trying to keep out of trouble?
Yeah, it's pretty tough when there's a few wrecks that you got to try and avoid. And but yeah, I just sort of tucked it down the bottom for most of the race, and that's where I stuck at the end.
Yeah, the bottom side was certainly coming back in there at the end of that feature event. So I was going to ask you something else too. You actually lost track of what I was going to ask you, actually. This racetrack, the longest track we've got on the service. How do you manage to prepare yourself for 40 laps around here?
Oh, well, just credit the JSI boys. They're putting up postage during the week and get some practice rounds through the run or through the week. And yeah, just sort of trying to get time in the sim to set up for it. It is a bit of a tough track, a few different lines to run.
Well, Shannon, well done on a third place finish here tonight at USA for the Late Model Racing Tasmania Racer Industries Pro Late Model 7th round of the series. Before we let you go, nice looking hot rod. We'll let you thank everyone involved on this number 10 car.
No worries. Cheers. Yeah, I'd just like to thank the JSI for the series, you guys for hosting, and also the lads back in CKR that give us a hand in the Discord.
Shannon, well done on third place. Hopefully see more of you over the next coming weeks.
No worries. Cheers, Ziggy.
There we go, Shannon Jordan, your third place finisher here tonight from USA International Speedway. Catfished on the bottom to find himself a podium position here at USA. Well, that'll do it for round number 7 of the Late Model Racing Tasmania Racer Industries Pro Late Model Series presented by JSI Sim Sports. We've got 3 weeks left on the program, which means we are only 3 weeks away from finding out who is going to claim victory. And all signs point to Harry Stewart for the moment. He's got 6 wins in 7 starts. Riley Hutchison is back there in second position. He is that other driver that has 1 win in the column. Riley Stewart third in point standings. Nick Ryan and Nash Granger make up your top 5, followed by Rowan Jones, Jacob Croker, Kyle Fisher, Shannon Jordan in 9th, and Mark Scott, in fact, tied with Shannon Jordan for equal 9th position. So, of course, that wraps up the top 10. We still have 3 weeks to come, and we're certainly looking forward to the next 3 weeks and to wrap up this 10-week series for the Late Model Racing Tasmania Pro Late Model Series. But until then, on behalf of everyone here at Ultimate Dirt TV and the management behind the scenes, I'm Brett Wheeler signing off, saying good night. We'll see you next week.